I am from Roanoke, and Roanoke's over in the eastern part of the state, east central, a little bit above Auburn, Opelika area. And I'm a seventh grade social studies teacher. So right before we left because of the COVID outbreak, we were working on a project called Election Time. So we learned about elections from the national perspective and the state perspective, but their project was actually for them to key in on an issue that affected them as students in the school. And they had to pretend as though they were running for student government president and write a speech and all those things. So they were already freaking out about having to give a speech in front of their classmates and all that stuff. And so I think some of them were like, oh, don't have to do that anymore. It's been really challenging to make sure that I'm in contact with students as I need to be. I'm used to seeing their faces every day. I'm used to getting a hug from one or two of them every day. And used to being able to just kind of check in on them on a one-on-one level. But now we have the barrier of figuring out how to best communicate, when to best communicate. Some kids may go somewhere else during the day if their parents are working and not have any kind of connectivity, and then have that at night. And so that kind of flips the schedule. Other kids don't have internet access. That's very few. We're very, very blessed in my community that we're pretty well connected, but there are still a few who don't have that connection. And so that's troublesome. I've actually seen some really, really beautiful sides of humanity through all of this. I think back to the last Civic Institute that I was actually able to attend. I think it was the third one, Be Together Differently, and that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what we're doing, because I haven't seen a lack of social connectedness. It's just physical connectedness. From a personal perspective, I've actually been able to contact people that I don't usually get to talk to a lot, just to check in, because it's a conversation starter. Hey, how are you doing in the middle of this global pandemic? I think that we have a really big opportunity to reimagine the way that we've been in communication with each other and the way that we think about connection. I know that I've been able to be a lot more thoughtful about my personal relationships, but also my relationship to my community, and I hope that everybody else does. Even from the church perspective, I thought, well, if I'm recording a message and doing a teleconference for us on this Sunday, why can't I do that and just send it to the people who are in nursing homes any Sunday? And it's like, why did it take this for that light bulb to go off, and to think of ways to connect to people who are lonely and a little bit disconnected? And also, I think that we'll understand the depth of what loneliness is now. So for our neighbors who are elderly and who are unable to get out of their homes a lot, I think that we'll think about them with a lot more empathy. I mean, I just want to take a trip somewhere. I just want to go somewhere, eat at a nice restaurant, maybe sit on a beach, look at a mountain, I don't know. But I think that and also just being back in the classroom, I miss my class. It's not the same. Like this is not a long-term solution to education. I can tell you that. The classroom is the great equalizer, but I'm very much looking forward to being in a room with full desks and get to interact with face-to-face.